claps her hand together in front of her, eyes pleading for understanding. And I do understand. To some extent. That doesn't mean I feel any less awful. Whether...
Oh, hey, Karen, sorry. It just says the broadcaster is offline.
Oh, that's right.
I'm not... Yeah, it's not streaming right now.
Hold on.
Yeah, I did. It's It's just taking a long time to buffer. I'm on. Let me just make sure the sound's on. Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
We're back to normal.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
So the last thing I see is weather at myself at the unlucky turn, etc., etc. I don't really know. Okay.
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
You're upset.
No, she's just, like, terrified because she literally saw a ghost. And she's a workaholic. Like, girl, why are you thinking about your job? You saw a ghost.
A little, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
Oh, it's...
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment.
It's cute how she's like...
He called me a noob, and I don't even know what that means.
Who
I love
doesn't know
how
what
she got a
noob
concussion,
means?
and she saw a ghost, and no one's taking her to the hospital, and no one is believing her.
I know.
I wouldn't want to be in her shoes.
At the moment we both burst into helpless giggles, earning a strange looks from the guests milling about the door. Talking and laughing like this is easy to forget the mishaps of that happened. Little things to appreciate, I guess.
So, are we good?
I'm still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's better for me to step out of this one for now.
I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Please, just stay put. I insist.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
What?
It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, all right?
So now she's
Don't even think
insisting
of
to go
going
on her own
anywhere.
for a little bit.
What did you say?
Well, now she's insisting to be left alone. I don't get it.
I know, right?
Let me finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked. At least wait for me to call someone who'll fetch you, okay?
She's gone before I can voice one word of complaint. With nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. A few visions linger in this area. Some are merely brilliant afternoon sunlight streaming through the strained windows. Others can be seen admiring the priceless antiques decorating the room. One room of elderlies gathered some way across from me. It's occupied in a friendly banter about which one would cost more to buy. Man, the only thing I hate about this is all the freaking reading. A little argument here, an occasional laughter and teasing there. If they're gonna do voice acting, I mean, they might as well have voiced act everything. But I guess they were freaking, like, I don't know.
No, they can only do, but, you know, I'm sure they have to, like, pay by the hour.
Yeah, I
So
guess
they
you're
just
right.
fit in. They just fit in what they can do in an hour, and then leave it at that.
Yeah, I smiled to myself. The conversation reminds me of what I've been missing these past few years. Rose is probably right. I do need a break. Maybe this afternoon hangout will help. Speaking of which, I should call Ash. A few hours early, but I've told him he did ask for a call once I'm done. Besides, I don't have a ride back. He offered, so I might as well take it. Or bribe him to give me one. Not that he'll
I'm
ever
guessing
accept the
Ash-
latter, personal conventions and all.
I'm
Honestly,
guessing
if
Ash is gonna be the
something
other guy.
I find admirable in him, despite his tenacity to annoy the hell out of me, it's true. It's that. Well, whatever way works, a free ride is still a free ride. There's Rose offer too, but despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me assisting. Bombing her for a favor as small as this is the last thing I want to do right now. A couple of minutes and a few prayers asking for a decent signal later, the call finally connects in.
Shit! Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out! Can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude. Pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City.
It's gonna be
Baggers,
static.
watch out!
That's
Can't
his
beat me.
ringtone.
Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude. Pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out! Can't beat me.
Shit, how loud is
Looking for
this thing
trouble?
even?
Better not lie. I'm a cool dude. Pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe
Sorry, I just
City.
heard complaining about
Baggers,
him.
watch out.
That's
Can't
horrible.
beat
Can you
Ringtone.
me.
skip
Looking
this?
for trouble?
My
Better
eyes
not
dart
lie.
around the
I'm a
crowd
cool
before
dude.
zeroing
Pretty
in the
fly for an
lone
Asian
figure
guy.
crouched behind the
Sup,
small
I'm Ash
group
from Deluxe City.
of people
Baggers,
chuckling
watch out.
out the
Can't beat me.
or checking out the
Looking for trouble?
doors moments
Better
ago.
not lie. I'm a cool dude.
He
Pretty
was
fly
facing
for
away
an
from me,
Asian guy.
fumbling with something in his
Sup,
hands.
I'm Ash from Deluxe City.
It's even
Baggers,
terrible
watch out.
rhythm. It's
Can't
not
beat
even.
me. Looking for
And he's
trouble?
just really
Better
bad at
not
rapping.
lie. I'm a cool dude.
Yeah.
Pretty fly for an Asian guy.
His
Sup,
face know
I'm
what those
Ash from
back
Deluxe
is.
City.
I recognize the
Baggers,
dumb
watch
power
out.
gut
Can't
anywhere.
beat me. Looking for
But
trouble?
bothering to end the
Better
call,
not
I
lie.
marched towards
I'm a
him.
cool dude. Pretty fly
When what
for an
happened
Asian
today,
guy.
I'm really not in the mood to
Sup,
deal with
I'm
this.
Ash
All the
from
times to-
Deluxe City. Baggers, watch.
Ashton Frey!
This is horrible. Can we please skip this?
What happened next is something I'll surely regret later for having not recorded.
Ah!
He jumps out an undignified yelp, followed by his phone slipping out of his grip. It bounces from one hand to the other in his poor attempt to catch it before ultimately falling flat on the floor with a resounding clack. I kind of feel sorry for the phone. And the floor. But it's not every day you catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. Damn his stupid detective senses. I'll take every ounce of victory I can, no matter how small. Ha. An awkward pause between us. A blink.
Just
Cough.
terrified by a ghost girl.
He makes a face. And then, too quick emotion, he ducks and retrieves his absurd gadget while a grin threatens to break out on my lips. He doesn't meet my eyes when he straightens, but a flush has crept up his neck and cheeks. In another universe, we haven't known each other for 5 years, and suffering for his teasing isn't a day-to-day occurrence. Chances are I'd find that adorable. Endearing even. Unfortunately, this isn't that kind of world. The way things are, I'd already content to see him out of his obnoxiously calm and collected disposition.
Hello to you too, scaredy cat. I could stand to be greeted like a normal person, you know.
What? And miss that look on your face? No way. Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
I am so honored you find this funny. Is that how you treat your guests? I think I need to talk to your supervisor.
Talk to yourself. You aren't even a guest here. What are you doing here in the first place?
For a moment, he looks like a cat that swallowed the canary. Suddenly checking every nook and cranny in his phone for any damage or scratches seems to be the more interesting activity than explaining himself.
Ash.
I could be looking to buy a house.
You get here. Chloe wasn't invited, was he?
What did you say?
He wasn't invited, was he? This
Yeah.
oh,
A mansion?
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Did you see the view outside? It doesn't look haunted to me at all.
He's messing with me.
Ashton, I am not in the mood. What are you...
What are you doing here? He chances a glimpse at some point behind me. Pollard.
Ooh, he's making fun of your paranormal.
Curious, I follow his gaze, but before I can figure out what has caught his attention, he places his hand on my shoulder and turns me back to his
I
face.
just finished working on something, so I dropped by.
I still don't see how his work has anything to do with why he's here. At my confused look, he drops the hand resting on my arm, like he has touched something particular hot, and casually rubs the back of his neck.
And I said I'll see if I can pick you up. Turns out I can. Free time and all. So here I am. Figured you'd still be busy, and so I roamed around for a while.
Oh, you should have mentioned that sooner. I was about to throw you out.
Throw me? Hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client.
We have mandatory sign-in sheets for clients, Ash. I didn't see your name on it. And you can't just roam around because it says open house. Normal people actually follow an etiquette here.
Right, okay. I think I'll just go ahead and...
No, wait. I wasn't really going to throw you out. Rose said... Never mind. I was just about to leave anyway.
Wait, what? Now?
Not give you that ride.
Something must have shown on my face because he pauses and gives me a long, hard stare. Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for Ash, given how often he looks as if everything around him is a chore. I avoid his eyes, hoping he'll drop the subject and won't ask any more questions. Last thing I want is him to tell him what happened, especially the part about the letter. In fact, he's the last person on Earth I'll ever think about telling it to, if I can help it. Sure, he's a dependable guy. God knows how many times he's helped me, even without me asking for it. But stuff like ghosts and the supernatural? But you're equipped to deal with it, really? Whatever. He'd never believe those things if he hears it from a friend, except maybe if it's Becca. When I go to the most harmless thing he'll do is give me an explanation why there's no chance why those things have no chance of ever being real. At worst. He's insufferable. He'll poke fun at every single chance he'll get. Ash hole. What did I ever do to him? He never does that to Becca or Zach. I can't imagine how things will go down the moment I spill a word of what I saw.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but I think that the girl you're playing as is really mean.
Can you turn yourself up a little bit?
Is that a little bit better?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I forgot to push the microphone by my mouth. I just think the girl we're playing as is just a tad mean. Because, I mean, this guy who clearly likes her, like, insanely, she just continually puts him down and calls him names. I don't know.
Well,
she even admits to like how often this guy helps her out and how often he likes to spend time with her, you know, and yet never once does she actually acknowledge it besides calling him an asshole. That's like the most affection she's ever shown the poor guy.
They've been friends for 5 years, too. That's what it said.
Mm-hmm.
Before it catches attention, I shove the letter deep in my bag.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Oh, let's just go.
Doesn't look like a nothing to me.
We still have Zach's movie tonight, remember?
It's still early. And didn't you say your shift will end around 5 or 6? What about... Hey, Isabella, wait up!
A rush of air greets me as soon as the door opens. It's the usual autumn draft, but it's still a welcome change for the shifting atmosphere inside the mansion. Ash's footsteps are quick behind me, the soles of his shoes thumping hard against polished concrete in an awkward cadence as he rushes to catch up. He calls out once, twice. The mansion still looms in the background. Whispers calling me back, shadows beckoning. Help me, help me. I don't look back. So we might have actually had the prologue and then started Isabella. I don't remember. We skipped through some stuff. Or something might have happened.
There's more?
I'm confused. I don't know. We spun the back to the lecture city in relatively quick manner, with only radios disjointed hum in the background to fill the silence. Occasionally Ash will often fiddle with it until the signal settles, or it's on respectable volume, but otherwise he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the furtive glances he's been sending my way are signs, I know there are things he's been itching to ask since we left the mansion. He's been itching to ask you something for a long time, so.
I really think she's 12. Like, she hasn't shown any sign of not being 12 yet.
She's just super obtuse. I keep my eyes trained on the passing scenery outside. Oops. In the hope that my disinterest will dissuade him.
Here.
Oh.
All of a sudden, he tosses me a small compartment on his side. Hits me cleanly on the chin. Before I can make a move to catch it, the small package makes a soft landing on my lap instead.
Sorry.
The glare I send wipes the smirk away to form cleanly on his face. He clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. I swear he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flipped the half-forgotten package on my lap.
I won't say no to free food, but why are you giving away cereal bars?
I always have one on my person, and you look like you're about to pass out back there. Have you eaten lunch yet?
I don't get a chance tonight before right on cue my stomach rumbles loudly. An empty, gnawing feeling in my belly becomes noticeable. No surprise there. I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch Becca while she was on break. I was hoping to get a small meal after. I guess with everything going on, I just forgot. Ash mentioned it. It's not like the hollow feeling's new to me, though. If anything, it's just one of those things I've gotten used to over the years growing up. Thanks, and tear open the package and start nibbling at the edge of the bar. Apart from an acknowledgement nod, Ash doesn't say anything after the small exchange. For that, I'm thankful. After getting an earful from both Becca and Rose, it's nice to be able to sit down with someone who's not going to nag you.
How'd the open house go?
The usual. We got a bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame, but really no different from the typical open house. On second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house. I've never felt so underdressed in my life. Weren't you there?
I wasn't really listening.
I should have asked someone to kick you out.
No, you won't.
And what makes you so sure?
One, ever since you got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it. Rebecca's words, not mine.
Oops.
She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way. Two, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job. Which brings us to three. It's been months since you last settled a deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
That instant noodle diet, man.
How do you even know about the last one?
Rebecca. Anyhow, you're hell-bent on selling the mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out. Every single person who went on your open house is still a prospective client to you. Even me.
He's not entirely wrong. Oh man, I walked right into that one, didn't
I
I?
hate you. I really hate you right now.
His answer is a small laugh that kind of screams, I'm right, I told you so. I hate when he does that.
I'll have you know that there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property. So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it. Too bad.
Too bad. Provided I didn't botch it with the rights. Hannah in particular didn't look too pleased with what I did. I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes free donuts.
You don't seem too happy about it.
I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa. Or is it the wardrobe this time?
He meant it as a joke, but how close to the truth made my blood run cold. My own heartbeat, a heavy weight in my chest. All at once, the letter in my bag feels a whole lot heavier, burned by my own guilt and apprehension.
Yeah, well, things happened. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
You made them angry?
Not angry, just stuff happened.